Swami Vivekananda's visit to Shillong in 1901 set in motion the Ramakrishna Movement in the hilly terrains of Meghalaya that took shape 2 decades later. In this episode of Shillong's iconic structures, we are featuring the Ramakrishna Mission, a Hindu religious and spiritual organization that started its social activities in Meghalaya in 1924. The initial activities of the mission, like the setting up of schools and health centers, was traced in Shella, then a small hamlet located about 29.8 kilometers from Sohra or Cherrapunjee. The Ramakrishna Mission Shillong is one of the oldest organizations in the state that has been serving the people in the field of education, health, and spiritual enlightenment. It runs 3 establishments in the city, namely the ashram at Sebastian Road in Lightnkra, the dispensary located next to the Lightnkra Presbyterian Church, and the Vivekananda Cultural Center at Quinton Road in Kandailan. Let us dig deeper into the history of the Ramakrishna Mission in Meghalaya and its social services. Swami Vivekananda visited Shillong on April 19, 1901 at the invitation of Sir Henry Cotton, the then Chief Commissioner of Assam. It was said that despite his ill health, Swami Vivekananda agreed to travel to Shillong all the way from Guwahati on a horse-drawn carriage. Mesmerized by the enchanting hills, the salubrious climate and the hospitality of the locals, Swami Vivekananda stayed for about 20 days at the house of Rai Sahib Kailash Chandra Das located at Batti Bazar in Laban. Did you know that a plaque was installed at Batti Bazar to mark the visit and stay of Swami Vivekananda? 2 decades later, the activities of the Ramakrishna Mission in United Khasi and Jaintia Hills were started in 1924 when Swami Prabhananda, popularly known as Ketaki Maharaj, pioneer of the Ramakrishna Movement in the northeast region, stepped into Shella from the adjacent plains of Sylhet, now in Bangladesh. With cooperation from the villagers, he started a small primary school as well as a health center just within a few days. Hence, the first Ramakrishna movement in northeast India started at Shella with an aim to assist the tribals preserving their culture through education with the advent of westernization in the first quarter of the 20th century. Slowly, the work got its momentum and a network of schools started coming up, covering many villages with Shella as its center. Its network expanded to Sohra, resulting in the establishment of an ashram in the area in 1931, and in 1934, the acclaimed Ramakrishna Mission School in Sohra came into existence. Gradually, Ketaki Maharaj's pioneering activities reached Shillong, the then capital of undivided Assam, and in 1937, the Shillong ashram was registered under Belur Math, the headquarters of Ramakrishna Mission. In 1936, the authorities at Belur Math sent Swami Bhuteshananda Ji to take charge of the proposed branch center at Shillong. Swami Bhuteshananda Ji, who later became the 12th president of the order, led the development and further the tribal welfare services originally developed by Ketaki Maharaj to spread out across the hilly terrain. In 1938, a small temple of Sri Ramakrishna was built in Shillong with the help of Raja Jugal Kishore Birla of Kolkata. Here's something that might interest you. During the decade-long tenure of Swami Bhuteshananda Ji in Shillong from 1936 to 1945, he used to travel to Sohra and Shella from time to time. From Shillong, the Swami would take a coal truck till Sohra, and from there, he would walk on foot along the hilly terrain till he reached Shella center. The monks have been serving the people of Khasi Hills and helped in fostering a sense of ownership and pride for their own culture among tribal children through education. With time, as the number of monks and devotees increased, a need was felt to build a spacious center to hold different prayer and cultural services.
The monks should not be a burden on the society, but they should be productive and building blocks of the society to the best of their ability. So serving human beings, considering them as manifestation of God, and working for our own contemplative life to reach God, as in Hindu philosophy we believe. So the mission activities are all planned. It looks like any other philanthropic activity, but our outlook is we are doing puja just as we do puja in the temple. Similarly, through education, through relief, through alleviating misery and distress from the needy people, and also through serving the patients and all other things in the most available manner, we are doing a different types of puja. One puja is in the field, another puja in the contemplative mode when we are in temples and prayer halls.
In the late 1940s, a new Assam-type structure was constructed on approximately 5 acres of land, and the new temple was inaugurated in 1948. On March 25, 1953, a marble statue of Sri Ramakrishna was installed in the temple, and the event was graced by leaders of the order in Kolkata along with senior monks. It was learned that the roofing of the previous building was slightly different, as it had only one conical structure in the back. It was only later that the second conical roof was added to the front. Apart from the social services rendered by monks like providing relief and healthcare services to the underprivileged families, the mission also caters to the spiritual requirements of the people. Prayers are held in the temple every morning and in the evening. Aside from this, the mission also observes all major events such as Durga Puja, Kali Puja, Janmashtami, Christmas Eve and Holi annually. Next to the temple is another Assam-type building built around 1938. This structure is separated from the temple by a small lawn adorned with different varieties of foliage. It is used to house the library, the monks' quarters and office space. In the early 1940s, the building was renovated without disturbing the original designs. Later, in 2005, a concrete structure was constructed behind the heritage building through the Government of India's fund, and the monks' quarters and rooms where classes for devotees were held were relocated to the new building. At present, this space is used as a gallery where old photographs of the previous secretaries and senior monks of the Shillong Center are hung. Another two-storied semi-concrete and semi-Assam type structure is visible as one enters the gate and was constructed around the same time in 2005. This building accommodates the main hall where all the major gatherings take place on the ground floor and an office on the second floor. The mission also runs a home for tribal boys who include Chakmas, Khasis, Jaintias, Mizos and Naga students from classes 5 to 10. The students' home was funded by the Government of India through the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. It is housed in a 3-story concrete building located opposite the ashram. The building also houses a bookstall which caters to the inspirational needs of the people. It offers CDs, posters, photos and varieties of books in Sanskrit, English, Khasi, Hindi, Bengali and Assamese languages. Talking about healthcare, the Ramakrishna Mission has done wonders in heeding the call of help by the poor through the setting up of a dispensary. The mission's charitable dispensary is located just a few kilometers away from the ashram. It is located opposite the Lighton Kra Presbyterian Higher Secondary School, and this dispensary caters to over 1 to 1.5 lakh patients each year. History has it that the mission started a homeopathic charitable dispensary at the ashram premises in 1940. After a decade, the Shillong Municipal Board invited this mission to take up a scheme for the establishment of a charitable dispensary at Lighton Kra. The mission accepted the offer, and a small Assam-type building was constructed on around 3.5 acres of land with the help of many local people. The dispensary was inaugurated by the then Governor of Assam, J. Ramdas Dolatram, in the presence of CM B.R. Medi on February 5, 1952. On March 17, 2007, a spacious 3-storied building was inaugurated and now has several departments like general medicine, dentistry, eye, ENT, X-ray, physiotherapy, ultrasound, ECG, homeopathy, Ayurveda, yoga and other therapies. It also has a well-equipped pathology lab, and minor surgical operations are also performed here. The mission provides the service at a highly subsidized rate of only 20 rupees, including doctors' consultations and all sorts of expensive tests. Apart from this, a mobile medical unit reaches almost 70 remote villages in the state and serves another 40,000 patients per year. The mission also oversees the functioning of the Cultural Center at Quinton Road in Kandailat. This center works on activities to mold the youth in accordance with the ideologies of Vivekananda. It offers courses in computer training, drawing and painting, Sanskrit, spiritual discourses, youth forum, English language and communication skills. Ramakrishna Mission Shillong has seen it all. Its buildings and organizational structures may change, but its purpose that emphasizes service to mankind remains the same and will continue to do so in the years to come.
Get good education, move out, have best education, but never forget the villages or the remote areas we have come from, and take this to their areas. If you want any help in any form, whatever capability we have, we are ready to share with you. The process of collecting revenue, even introducing you to funding sources, but you work more for the rural areas. Unless rural people are uplifted, this development of a few groups who are centered in cities, that will never lift the status of the state as a whole. So this is my central message that I want to tell to everybody.